Good morning. I'm pleased to declare the 2012 commencement exercises for Quinnipiac University's College of Arts and Sciences and School of Business officially open. Would you please stand for the invocation, which will be delivered by Reverend Hugh Vincent Dyer, Director of Campus Ministry and Catholic Chaplain.
Peace be with you. Good and gracious God, we thank you for bringing us to this day. Bless these exercises and all who have made our lives and education possible by their sacrifices. We ask you to bless in a special way those who desire to be here, but who cannot be here today. And we ask you to bless those who did not have a possibility of education, but upon whose sacrifice today's achievement rests. May our hearts be always guarded by the practice of gratitude. And may the good work begun in these years be brought to completion by the mercy of God in eternal life. In his name we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the platform party, which includes our honorary degree recipient, who you'll meet in just a moment, trustees, university administrators, university clergy, and deans. It is now my honor to present Dr. John L. Leahy, President of Quinnipiac University, who will bring you greetings on behalf of the university community.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to all of you on this joyous occasion. To our graduates, the class of 2012, I want to add a special welcome and my heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you. During your years at Quinnipiac, you have made all of us very proud, and we have good reason to believe that in the years ahead, you will become leaders in your professions and role models within your families and communities. The class of 2012 is without question one of the very best in Quinnipiac's history. Maybe the best in Quinnipiac's history. Twenty of today's graduates were recently inducted into the prestigious Who's Who among students in American universities for their achievements in and out of the classroom. This class has also achieved extremely high retention and graduation rates, and the highest levels ever of cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude academic honors. A record number of you are going on to pursue graduate degrees in your various fields of study, including medical, dental, and law schools, as well as numerous PhD programs. Surely one of the most important lessons you've learned during the past 4 years is to be prepared for change and all of its consequences. While most university students are taught in the classroom and through textbook cases about the inevitability of change and the discomfort it often brings, the class of 2012 learned about change and its challenges through direct experience right here on campus. During your years at Quinnipiac, you experienced the early growing pains as we opened our 2 new campuses on York Hill and North Haven. Unfortunately, many of you lived on York Hill during its first years and had to endure the challenges of poor or non-existent cell phone service there. Poorly functioning kitchen vents, often leading to unplanned fire drills. Not to mention the early morning earth movers and construction workers that served as unwelcome alarm clocks hours before your first class. Others of you had to adapt to taking classes in North Haven, and several years of less than reliable new shuttle service. Alumni Hall has been offline for most of your 4 years. And the class of 2012 has never had the quad not under some level of construction. Even today, on your commencement day, our new student center is still not completed and is still under construction behind you. For all of these reasons, in addition to being the best class, the class of 2012 may well be remembered in Quinnipiac history as the construction class. In any case, I think we have gone a bit overboard in preparing all of you for change and the challenges of life beyond Quinnipiac. Through all of this, though, the class of 2012 has displayed a level of cooperation and maturity far beyond your years. And on behalf of all of us at Quinnipiac, I thank you for your understanding and loyalty when things didn't always go as we would have wished, and for being so gracious and flexible as we move through this period of significant growth and development on not just one, but all three campuses. Class of 2012, as you look back on all of your accomplishments, I'm sure that you will agree with me that you would not be graduating today if it were not for the help and support of two very important groups, the faculty at Quinnipiac and your families. Will the class of 2012 please rise and express your appreciation to the faculty seated in front of you and your parents and families seated behind you. Class of 2012, you have certainly left your mark on Quinnipiac University, and for that we thank you. And I predict that you will leave an even greater mark on the world that awaits you. Again, my congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you.
I ask that Stephen Schwarzman, Christopher Ball, Terry Goodwin, and John Leahy come forward for the conferral of the honorary degree.
Stephen A. Schwarzman, with a modest sum of $400,000 and a wealth of ideas, you and your colleagues started a firm that eventually would become the world's largest alternative asset manager. As chairman, CEO, and co-founder of Blackstone, you are at the helm of a firm well-positioned to strengthen companies and support economic progress. It's no wonder that CEOs, central bankers, government officials, and other business and world leaders turn to you for advice. You also invest in future leaders. The Blackstone Foundation has created programs that foster job growth and nurture startup companies. Launchpad, for example, works with budding entrepreneurs on college campuses. You are keenly aware of the value of knowledge in building a better society. In 2008, you donated $100 million to the New York Public Library. You also created an endowment that enabled 200 disadvantaged children to attend Catholic school. You have shared your knowledge as an adjunct professor at the Yale School of Management and on Harvard Business School's Board of Dean's Advisors. Among your many honors, you received the Légion d'honneur of France in 2007, and you were promoted to the rank of officer in 2010. In recognition of your significant contributions to the financial industry, your extraordinary leadership, and your philanthropic endeavors, Quinnipiac University is proud to present you with the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters this 20th day of May, 2012.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Steve.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Quinnipiac University's newest alumnus, Stephen Schwarzman, to give the commencement address.
That definitely took less than 4 years. President Leahy, Chairman of the Board Goodwin, Professor Ball, distinguished members of the faculty, parents, family members, and especially the graduates of the class of 2012. Congratulations. It's an honor to share this happy day with you. And as I look at all of you, I see promise, possibility, and more than a few people who look like they came here directly from Toads. As someone who attended that lesser university in New Haven, it pains me to do this, but I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate your athletic teams. Your men's and women's basketball teams beat Yale this year. Your women's hockey team beat Yale twice. In January, your men's hockey team beat Yale 2-1. And then in February, you beat them again by the score of 2-2. Apparently, Bulldogs are no match for Bobcats. And as I was thinking of what to say to you today, I was struck by the observation that commencements are the time when the speaker tells thousands of students who are dressed identically that the key to success is individuality. Presumably, the fact that you're here today means it's no longer a question of whether you're going to graduate. The question now is, what are you graduating into? Let me have a show of hands. How many people in the graduating class have already secured paying jobs or are going to school next year? Now, let me have the hands of those of you who don't. That's actually a good deal better than the national average, where about half of recent college graduates are either jobless or underemployed. This is a serious situation. It's both a cause and effect of the fact that you're graduating into a tough economy, in a polarized nation, in an uncertain world. It's a situation that makes me think about what Woody Allen once said. We're at a crossroads. One road leads to hopelessness and despair. The other leads to total extinction. Let us pray we choose wisely. So my goal today is to help you make your way with some examples from my own life and the world we live in. I have 5 pieces of advice, 4 do's and 1 don't. First, maintain your confidence. Second, don't take a job you're really not interested in. It's like marrying someone you didn't really want to date. Third, ask questions when you don't know something and share knowledge when you do. Fourth, dream big dreams and don't get discouraged by rejection. And fifth, as you get older, think seriously about starting your own enterprise, whether it's a business, a charity, or an NGO. Let me say a little about each. First, maintain your confidence. People in positions of authority don't always know more than you. For example, when I was leaving college and interviewing, I interviewed Pan American World Airlines. They were a high-prestige U.S. airline back when the U.S. had high-prestige airlines. The person interviewing me asked me a typical question: why did I want a job at Pan Am? I said, I think Pan Am's a wonderful company and has some important additional opportunities to haul freight. The interviewer was astonished I suggested something as unappealing as freight. He told me it was a dumb idea and that I'd never make it at Pan Am. And he basically terminated the interview right there. I can assure you, being dismissed from an interview is something you will remember. Now, it turns out that Pan Am itself was terminated a number of years later. It went bankrupt and was liquidated. Maybe they should have gone into the freight business. FedEx and UPS, massive companies, and they're doing just fine.
and a lot of commercial carriers depend on freight to be profitable, so maintain your confidence in your ideas when you think you're right. Second, I know this sounds odd when opportunities are few and far between, but settling for a job that you really don't want is usually an unwise decision. And it's usually unhappy for you and the people who hire you. Your parents may say they don't like me giving you this advice because the only place they don't want you to settle is back in your own room at home. As you might imagine, it's hard to find a job that's terrific if you're spending all your time doing one that isn't. For example, another one of my early job interviews was at a company called Bankers Trust. It was at 280 Park Avenue in New York. I'd never been in a skyscraper. I'd had to go out and buy a suit for my first interview. I'd never seen an office that had art all over. I was lucky enough to have an interview with the vice chairman of the company, and he had a big model of a ship behind glass, which was part of his family's own fleet. After the interview, I was offered a job by him, but at the same time, he advised me to turn it down. I had no other prospects at the moment. I asked what he thought I should do, and he said I should look for a small group of very bright people doing almost anything, a place where I could learn from others and have an impact. And that's my advice to you, because when it comes down to it, your job is what you do for 8, 9, 10 hours, or as my wife would tell you, 12 to 14 hours a day. Your work, if you intend to be successful at it, becomes a major part of your life. Don't let it choose you. You have to choose it. The job I ultimately took was at a small but important investment banking firm, taught me another lesson. You have to be well trained to be successful. Trying to figure out something on your own risks poor results. Ask questions and do great work. Find mentors who will teach you and help you grow. In my first job, I was utterly untrained. No one was helping me. They just left me in an office, and I didn't know enough, and I was too embarrassed to ask for help. I lived each day in fear someone was actually going to ask me to do something, sort of like going to a class where you haven't read the stuff and you hope you can't catch the professor's eye. I muddled my way through, but I was overjoyed when I left. I retreated to Harvard Business School because I needed to be taught, and it simply wasn't happening at work. At my firm, Blackstone, I make sure the people who work for us learn how to excel at the tasks they're given. As a firm, we ask questions when we don't know something and share knowledge when we do. That's one reason why we've done quite well. My fourth piece of advice: dream big, worthy dreams. I don't believe in aiming low and succeeding. But when you aim high, you have to be prepared to handle rejection. When my partner and I set out to start our company, we decided we were going to go out and raise $1 billion, a modest objective. Actually, I wanted to raise $1 billion and be one of the largest, what was then called leveraged buyout firms in the world. My partner, inherently a more sensible and balanced person, wanted to raise $50 million in a smaller fund and learn the business because we actually had never made an investment. But he was a good partner and he indulged me. We sent out 488 offering circulars to people we knew, some of whom we knew quite well. I sat in my office waiting for the phone to ring. It never did. I started calling these 488 people. The first 17 said no to us, to our faces. This was a desperate situation. We'd staked our reputations, meager though they were, on raising one of the largest funds at that time in the world. These days, you can be rejected by 488 friends on Facebook with a click of a button. Back then, getting rejected by 488 people who knew you and had seen your work. Now that really took some doing. The 18th meeting we had was our last shot. It was with the leading private equity investor in the world at that time, the Prudential Life Insurance Company of America. They were the Warren Buffett of their business. They were located in beautiful downtown Newark, New Jersey. My partner and I were invited to lunch on a Friday afternoon. The head of investments at Prudential was eating a tuna salad sandwich with lettuce on white bread cut on a diagonal. I kept watching him chew. As I was describing why he should invest with us, he stopped halfway through the sandwich, looked at me and said, "I think that's a good idea. I'll give you $100 million. And then he kept eating that sandwich. And all I could think was, please don't choke before we finalize this deal. Success doesn't come easy. 12 publishers rejected J.K. Rowling and her Harry Potter book before one decided to give it a go. Without people being able to overcome rejection, we wouldn't have had light bulbs, cars, computers, or Kentucky Fried Chicken. And as you heard, Blackstone did become the largest firm of its type in the world. If we had just set our sights on being a $50 million fund, if we aimed low and succeeded, we would have really missed our moment. Success at an easily attainable goal is really a failure to set a high enough one. Finally, at some point in your career, I'd encourage you to start something new and build it. It's incredibly satisfying. I actually enjoy being my own boss. Look at what Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger just did with Instagram. They graduated from college in 2006 and 2008, respectively. What started as an idea about how to make photos more fun and easier to share grew into a business that agreed to be sold for $1 billion, actually to Facebook, so now it's $1.2 billion, assuming they can get through the Federal Trade Commission. Larry Page and Sergey Brin were graduate students at Stanford when they started Google as part of a research project. Mark Zuckerberg, who's on the cover of every newspaper, was an undergraduate who had an idea to take the physical books printed with the names and pictures of everyone in the Harvard dorms and put them online. Those Facebooks became Facebook. And it's not just with men. Sarah Blakely was in her 20s when she started Spanx, and she's now the world's youngest self-made billionaire. Some of you are already building. You've started a social networking site for Greek life here, as well as a website that allows photographers and artists to create portfolios online. The trick to building something and being successful at it is to be able to identify paradigm shifts, moments when things are changing before anyone else. When you see something that no one else sees, you have to act. In conclusion, your future is up to you. You'll need to work hard and work smart for your sake and for society's. I believe your generation is destined to remake America, to restore our competitiveness. You've acquired the right educational foundation here at Quinnipiac, and now it's time to build on it in the real world. I know you're going to be successful. Congratulations and good luck on your personal journey.
Thank you, Steve. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Hans Bergman, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Thank you, and greetings from the College of Arts and Sciences. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, College of Arts and Sciences, please approach the platform? Here. Adriana Maria Angiolillo. Ashley Marie Babin. Neil A. Brown. Kevin Michael Buchan. Maria Christina Cabrera. Kevin Joseph Crowley. Kimberly Ryan Caniff. Travis James DaCosta. Calvin Micah Dewey. Stacy M. Franzman. Joseph Stephen Genchi. Jessica A. Jingold. Caitlin Emily Kearns. Christopher C. Migani. Jennifer I. Montello. Troy Joseph Murphy. Kyle Nissen. Alex R. Pelagano. Devin Joseph Reamer. Joshua William Roussel. Kyle J. Thompson. Gray Alexandra Tischler. Erin Elizabeth Trotman. Stephanie L. Weinfeld. Kayla Elizabeth Coogan. Megan Kelly Crean. Megan Mary Gill. Jessica L. Goji. Lara Hujar. Kristen H. Higgins. Daniel Hunt. Carly B. Kaplan. Emily Catherine Keene. Amanda J. Lubin. Michelle Elizabeth Mack. Elise Marie Mahoud. Deanna N. Matis. Michael E. Mezancello. Jillian P. Maruzzi, President's Award Scholarship. Jillian Maruzzi is the 2012 award recipient of both the President's Scholarship Award and the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award from the College of Arts and Sciences. She is an English major who currently holds a 4.0 GPA. Jillian is from Cheshire, Connecticut, and is the daughter of Joseph and Lynn Maruzzi. Congratulations, Jillian. Mary Margaret Nelligan. Timothy Andrew O'Sullivan. Megan Elizabeth Parmentier. Elise Marie Piacentini. Jessica Spencer Poe. Sean Matthew Ramsey. Cindy Rico. Sarah Rosenberg. Kyle Joan Runfala. Elizabeth A. Scozzari. Jessica Meehan Seawald. Jordan Alexia Sherman. Michelle Ann Wolfram. Alexandria Page Amadeo. Julianne Gardner. Jennifer Grace Andreozzi. David Russell Bowen. Zachary Ryan Bray. Brittany Christine Conlon. Valerie Lynn Francisco. Lisa M. Gallo. Jamie R. Hill. Matthew Stephen Margon. Catherine Teresa Mayer. Jason Christopher Mildy. Brian Alexander Opseth. Arlene Stephanie Pappas. Osner Parlakilich. Caitlin Elizabeth Putak. Carrie Ann Severing. Catherine Vaughn Siroka. Caitlin Pauline Stiert. Jeremy Philip Stoll. Christopher Michael Terrell. Michael Andrew Tuosto. Ryan Thomas Walker. Eric Michael Yangst. Julie Paige Abbott. Samantha Bacala. Nia Kari Blackman. Christopher Raymond Blinstrub. Catherine F. Diaz. Laura Rose Facone. Rachel H. Francer. Melissa Ann Gaines. Thomas J. Hammer. Whitney Nicole Ronick. Courtney Lee Italia. Andrew E. Kesser. Lauren F. Malillo. Christopher M. Messina. Nicole R. Mazenchik. Alyssa M. Monish. Caitlin Rose Notariani. Bennett R. Pizzaniello. What? Michelle Thompson. Jeremiah Baba Pagano. Erin Margaret Brune. Michael J. Callan. Holly DiBartolo. Michael John DeMeo. Alicia Lauren Espinal. Derek M. Fernandez, Jr. Joseph Anthony Fortunato. Nicole D. Garcia. And Brianna Louise Guerrero, a winner of the President's Scholarship Award and the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award. Brianna is the 2002 awardee and is from the College of Arts and Sciences. She is a legal studies major who holds a 4.0 GPA. Brianna is from Watertown, Connecticut. Brianna is the daughter of Franco and Kristen Guerrero. Congratulations, Brianna. Elijah Jendrasko. Christina Amelia Kozacek. Amy Lynn Mayen. Ryan Hamilton Payne. Jasmine Marie Rosado. John A. Stone. Matthew J. Vanek. Christina Marie Wilson. Jennifer A. Italia. Dana Marie Judd. Jennifer Catherine Adelson. Alexandra Lynn Altabrando. Emmanuel Julian Blankson. Jamie L. Danielson. Christina Marie DiNardo. Bethany Ann DeMarsick. Susanna Frew. Albert Matthew Holterman. Colleen E. Lasky. Max Dylan McComish. Laura N. McPhee. Monica Elizabeth Miramontes, Stephen Ryan Muller, Chris Carl Schneider, Heather M. Schwarzberg, Charles Joseph Travato, Brianne M. Voles, Lauren S. Zimniski, David Eric Bernardo, Stephen Walter Bushnell, James Achilles Cherlis, Noelia Cintron, Kevin Andrew Cross, James Daniel Deneen, Laura Beth Drake, Jamal Durdagulayeva, Ashley M. Fry, Daniel John Gallant, Ethan S. Knepp, Catherine Alyssa Lanzarato, Christopher T. Mansfield, Tara A. McMahon, Julia Chiara Melli, Anthony Francis Malaya, Adam Wayne Saunders, Mary Frances Simeoli, Michaela S. Spiesel, Andrew J. Timothy, Adam James Tusia, Hillary K. Whittle, Kurt Joseph Young, Jr., Naila Amani Abdul Rahman, Victoria Jordan Adler, Ariella L. Ali, Melissa Constance Taft Bayrell, Katie L. Bossy, Melissa Lauren Brackfeld, Gregory Dwan Burnett, Jr., Kelsey Ann Kearns Buttendorf, Victoria Chantel Cabral, Melissa L. Cariolo, Danielle Naomi Chambers, Anthony Sinelli, Cassandra Lynn Clapsaddle, Catherine H. Kleeman, Natalia Ann Conroy, James P. Conroy, Brianna S. Corrier, Mackenzie Faye Cuddy, Catherine Mary Daly, Michelle D'Amico, Kimberly Ann Davis, Amanda J. DeSalvo, Megan Deneen, Kristen Rose Louise DiFilippo, Julianne D. Donato, Mina M. Duffy, Jacinda B. Dunbar-Arnold, Stephanie Fabus, Caitlin Ashley Fay, Julana Jasmine Frazier, Ashley M. Gradwell, Alexa Jean Griffin, Jessica L. Hardman, Adam Jernstedt Hoffman, Kira Ann Hogan, Chelsea Dawn Ilchuk, Stephen Jean-Paul, Julia Ann Jennings, Emily Claire Lager, Rachel R. Lothrop, Kayla Nicole Lawler, Nicole Anna Lemansky, Christina Therese Lindahl, Emily Rose Lowell. Jessica L. Maxud. Sarah Lindsay McGarry. Megan Ashley Moreo. Kathleen A. Nolan. Sarah Elizabeth Norman. Christina Elizabeth Olson. Christina Noel Palmieri. Christina Noel Palmieri. Amanda Catherine Palmieri. Gina Marie Paluzzo. Sarah Paige Pikarski. Marina Noel Polcaro. Jessica M. Pryor. Michael Daniel Ricciardi. Victoria A. Ricotta. Morgan Lynn Roach. Stephanie Rodriguez. Ariel Lee Scalisi. Elizabeth Lee Schroeder. Stacy Elizabeth Simiola. Catherine Ann Spillane. And Angelica Nicole Spiropoulos. Brittany Faye Splain. Deanna M. Trogel. Carissa L. Wilson. Amanda Jean Wishart. Sarah Marie Bishop. Joy Camille D. Cielo. Brianna C. Flanagan. Alyssa Julia Forsyth. Natalie Melissa Hoyen. Ashley Elizabeth Marshall. Katrina A. Richardson. Emily Noel Soto. Brooke Elizabeth Safino. David P. Bonauto. Nicole Amber Carnamola. Jacqueline Michelle Casser. Ingrid J. Colon. Shelby Erin Connor. Amy E. Danaher. Gregory Joseph Dwyer. Jillian Idala Ebanks. Kristen Marie Farrell. Chelsea C. Ferrara. Kanadu Y. Jemfi. Erin Lara Hodgson. Tracy Alexandra Hunter. Elena Gail Kanata. Sasha Coffer. Kelsey Wren Kinnear. Corinne Lee Kleinberg. Alexa Grace Kreisberg. Samantha Jill Litvak. Joseph McGovern LaRusso. Maureen Therese Lopriori. Anthony Paul Maniscalco. Jackie L. Mann. John Nicholas McCarthy. Christina F. McGuire. Nicole Marie Moffa. Robert Frank Monaco. Emily Lauren Narcessian. Allison Elizabeth O'Neill. Esther Julia Pugh. Jara Richards. Kate Anna Richenthal. Megan R. Rubitone. Alexandra N. Screnchy. Jill M. Spinelli. Christopher James Thompson. Brittany Lee Walker. Julie A. Whitman. Elizabeth Julia Wood. Brittany A. Camarera. Michael T. Lewis. Michael H. Prey. Mr. President, I have the honor to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, College of Arts and Sciences.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Elia Farhan. Anna M. Barzak. Sarah Caitlin Barrett. Trevor Matthew Berlow. Melissa Cangialosi. Matthew Dallacardillo. Natasha A. Dave. Nicole Melissa Delaval. Daniela Ann DiCarlo. Jamie Nicole Hannigan. Tara Marie Hines Hannon. Sahani Jayatalaka. Kevin Richard Johnson. Nicholas John Callis. Michelle D. Katowski. Andrew John Koval. Ivy Elizabeth LaPlante. Andrew J. Lee. Danielle Marie Lopez. Rhiannon McCarthy. Lindsay Joan McGlinchey. Jillian Marie Mitchell. Lindsay M. Musgrove. Helga Nahofti. Viman Kumari Nanavati. Corey Matthew O'Connell. Jason G. Pattis. Samuel Gagny Pollock. Heather C. Romano. Carly Nicole Sedgwick. Benjamin Joseph Siegel. Kimberly Marie Severino. Nellie Anna Steinberg. Catherine Sandra Tofil. Heather Rose Trabal. Olivia Trydansky. Jennifer I. Umeugo. Kason Wan. Caitlin A. Boreski. Brian Scott Myers. Jonathan S. Muha. Brian D. Randall. Andrew David Richardson. Jebish Tuladar. Jonathan William Allen Jr. Joseph John Artuza. Jessica L. Barrett. Callie Elizabeth Caslin. Amanda Marie Duggan. Courtney K. G. Julia Cini. We done? I believe I'm done. Mr. President, As I should have pointed out earlier, these are the Bachelor of Science. And I'm happy to present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Science, Koch College of Arts and Sciences.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Matthew O'Connor, Dean of the School of Business.
Will the candidates from the School of Business please approach the podium? John Michael Akampora. Brett William Angevine. Andrew Charles Berry. Heather Ann Bauer. Lauren Ashley Blair. Jody Michael Brint. Stephen Bucaro. Rachel Lynn Centrella. Andrew Mark Sheravino. Elena Colora. David Michael Coppola. Nicholas Anthony DiBattista. Alyssa Ruth DiDio. Francis Ryan DeSoma. Junyi Don. Vincent Anthony Evangelista. Brian A. Fix. David C. Flynn. Kelsey Marie Funk. Taylor Gargano. Kareem Mikhail Gentles. Andrew Lawrence Gizzo. Mark Goldstein. Shun Hung Guan. Daniel R. Hanisch. Christopher Anthony Haspeler. Mark Hennig. Michael John Ianello. Matthew P. Jensen. Megan Claire Kane. Michael Christian Kiley. Jacob Theodore Lavranchuk. Hannah Wells Leach. Amanda K. Lyria. Alex J. Malpelli. Joseph Peter Marmorato. Daniel J. Moriello. Sean Michael McCarran. Emily Aaron McGrath. Brittany Ann Meigetz. Jeffrey B. Monaco. Samantha Lee Nunez. Benjamin Dolan O'Connor. Ryan S. Parent. Rati Patel. Maria J. Pertessis. Caitlin L. Queda. Stephanie Nicole Remy. Ruben Rodriguez. Nicole Marie Roth. Salvatore Salemi. Mark A. Sandella. Russell A. Santiago. Jessica Elaine Savage. Daniel V. Scott. Matthew Elliott Tarducci. Ugur Tamel. Frederick Stephen Umbach. Samantha Levasseur. Paul Panos Vazoukas. Kevin K. Vogel. Taylor Joy Wells. Jessica Catherine Young. Mei Lee Yu. Timothy Joseph Brown, Jr. Christopher Ross Casino. Chelsea DeBalsi. David W. Germano. Ashley Greer Levinson. William A. Lombardi. Nicholas Stephen Morandi. Alexandria Renee Russo. Max Thomas Schaller. Patrick B. Gleaton. Andrew Brian Goldman. Stacy Dawn Camille. Anna Jo Canopas. Kristen Ann McAteer. Traver Howard Parenti. Catherine Rose Ruggiero. Lauren Ashley Tropiano. Kelsey Gabrielle Watkins. Erin Elizabeth Webster. Caitlin Michelle Wheeler. Craig Stephen Alexander. Christopher Kelly Beach. Gabriel I. Bowen. Anne Christine Brand. Matthew J. Bono. Charles Alex Carroza. Bridget Cunningham. Brendan Dean Zerwanka. Bradley Patrick Grorka. Andrew Edward McDermott. Michael G. Perlitzis. Scott Michael Perez. Stephanie Ann Randall. William James Wall III. Patrick Michael Noonan. Nicholas Brian Attard. Luis Abraham Castillo. Brendan William Conroy. Christopher James DeFranco. Craig Robert Durso. Ryan Edward Eber. Barry Francis Fitzgibbon, Jr. Lauren M. Fleming. Sonia George. Connor D. Gillivan. Eric Thomas Grabowski. Alex M. Grapstein. Kendall Ann Hodgkins. Allison Elizabeth Levy. Good. Andreas Nicholas Lucchese. Matthew W. Pankey. Stephen James Panarisi. Daniel Nathan Raber. Kevin Michael Tarka. James T. Whalen. Jacqueline Danielle Wilson. James Wu. Kevin Bowie. Andres I. Cordito. Christian Joseph Descanio. Michael Benjamin Fitch. Georgette Freiberg. Jonathan M. Hirsch. Caitlin A. Kane. Dana Blaze Kaspersky. John Anthony Magliocco. Robert Anthony Mancino. Antonio Martinez. Samantha Ann Myhawk. Devin T. Mazzarti. Alex D. Myjack. Philip Paul Pappas. Ryan John Panario. Brian H.K. Roush. Craig Russell Reagan. Jason Joseph Moore Risha. Matthew George Siciliano. Kevin S. Sisti. Evan L. Strott. Morgan Ashley Zolman. Ignatius Armenia. Daniel Joel Abreu. Matthew D. Berry. Samantha Justine Batista. Thomas Leonard Battaglia. Jonathan Michael Bazzuto. Jonathan Louis Canestri. Egidio C. Carlino. Matthew R. Kavanaugh. Mark G. Queso. Stephanie Ciccatelli. Gregory Joseph Cercelli. Francesco James Campanino. Blake Russell Cruz. Eric Francis Curali. Austin Maxwell DiFiore. William J. Dooley. Matthew Emery Fedderson. Christopher John Gambella. Nicole Elizabeth Gammon. Robert W. Getz. James Patrick Hart III. Ryan Joseph Encio. Natalie L. Huzar. Christopher Britt Jones. Mark Travis Kukta. Michael William Lang. Kyle Timothy Lewis. David Samuel London. Jennifer B. Leidickson. Jesse A. Mandelkorn. Jamal R. Martin. Nicholas T. Mastromarino. Michael John Miller. John Paul Moderno. Amanda Noel Nagel. Eric M. Naranjo. Jonathan Nixon. Joseph Pantaleo. Andrew Davis Papai. Brian Harvey Patry. Michael Edmund Petrie. Leandro F. Reyes. Ryan Gilbert Rosamondo. Anthony Rudolph. Michael Louis Sarin. Michael Screnchy. Mete Sevkat Saker. Jill Marie Natalie Squires. Taylor R. Will. Vanessa Kate Baez. Ryan Bradley Beltrami. Jordan Matthew Berman. Joyce Victoria Chan. George Maxwell Cofrancesco. Eric Michael Coggins. Ryan Joseph Kirkaruto. Meryl Andrea Dweck. Nicholas Charles Dyson. Nicholas Mark Girardi. Taylor W. Hills. Matthew Cole Horn. Nicholas M. Marr. Kristen Zulita Mercato. Jess M. Morrison. Hillary Nadell. Jeffrey Christopher Ouimet. Lindsay Caroline Roberts. Kristen G. Sandoval. Daniel Scott Salert. Elizabeth Amelia Stein. Benjamin Dow Titcomb. Monica Lynn Torpy. Malene Verna Skelly. Allison Carly Young. John Arnold Baker. Caitlin E. Bauer. Vincent D. Bond. William Neal Carey. Allison Michelle Dargy. Christopher Cornell Eckert. Daniel Robert Fasano. Michael Kevin Campbell III. Gavin William Faust. Paul Richard Chilelli. Ariana Lucia Ferraro. Dwight S. Gonzalez. Gabriel Garino. James Albert Healy. Richard John Herndon. Robert William Jeffway III. James William Johnson. Kendall Lynn Kyle. Gregory Paul King. Justin Jonathan Curick. Michael A. Nana. Brendan M. Nicholson. Michelle P. Orsi. Antonella Pagini. Chad Marcus Pacone. Anthony Louis Puro. Craig Michael Rowland. Patrick Gilbert Russamondo. Sebastian Gamelin Russo. Christopher A. Shearer. Peter W. Schulte. Thomas F. Schultz. Vaughn Albert Smith. Amanda Lynn Sullivan. Ryan Andrew White. Logan Chase Wida. Kevin Joseph Adams. Alyssa Balcom. Richard Milton Batista. Melissa R. Burkhoff, Samantha Elizabeth Bierce, Amanda Lee Booth, Zachary Oliver Borison, Brett Thomas Brandonini, Cara Jean Brandafino, Brittany Capaziello, Alicia Marie Caparucci, Brianna T. Charbonneau, Min-Hee Cho, Daniel Jackson Clark, Alex Benjamin Cohen, Nicholas Compatello, Kristen DiNocenzo, Joseph Richard Dangerfield, Matthew Flynn Davis, Megan DeVizio, Christina Ashley De Oliveira, Matthew Levi John Dean, Gregory Victor DeFazio, Danielle DiMarino, Ryan Jerzak, Erica Jean Enquist, Jenna S. Finelli, Jill Marissa Feldman, Nicole Michelle Furitetti, Caitlin Rose Fitzpatrick, Erin Margaret Forrester, Elisa R. Francis, Tyler M. Jendon, Matthew Edward Gill, Vanessa Giraldo, Daniela Gomez, Carrie Goodchild, Stephanie L. Goodman, Theodore J. Greco, Spencer Paul Heichman, Kristen M. Helms, Gia Nicole Infantolino, Alexandra Elizabeth Isabel, Nicole E. Cates, Trey Arno Kaufman, Ronald King Jr., Samantha Lee Klein, Hannah Mackenzie LaBelle, David Andrew Levy, Eric Robert Lyeth, Samantha McFarland, Neil Mamely, Melissa Wells Mancini. Melissa is the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award winner from the School of Business. Melissa Mancini is the 2012 Alumni Association Academic Achieve Award recipient from the School of Business. She is a marketing major who holds a 3.97 GPA. Melissa is from Boston, Massachusetts, and she is the daughter of Robert Mancini and Laura Stanton. Congratulations, Melissa. Daniel P. McGrath, Christina Irene Malomo, Joseph John Melissi, Arash Mostatabi, Connor Michael Murphy, Taylor Alexandra Noctree, Benjamin Peter Nadeau, Emily Laura O'Donnell, Keith Palmer, Alex Matthew Patetta, Nicholas A. Pereira. Deandra Rose Petroselli. Erica Lynn Potvin. Lindsay Quattrelli. Alexander Leonard Rubin. Tori E. Saba. Daniel Allen Saker. Alexandra Eve Santilli. Michael Teixeira Santos. Michael James Gaduda. Evan Michael Shapiro. Michaela Marie Shoemaker. Kyle T. Shuhai. Vincent Thomas Simone. Michelle Leanne Smith. John M. Steinberg. Scott Gregory Topol. Ileana Lee Traeger. Erica Angelina Ubertini. Alec A. Varkas. Nordia Simone West. John K. Whiting V. Melissa A. Wiltsey. Samantha Camille Woodruff. Garvey Lewis Young. Jennifer Rose Amataro. Scott N. Zervinsky. Gay L. Doran. Linda M. Gemelli. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting to you candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the School of Business.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations to all of today's graduates from the School of Business.
It's my pleasure to introduce Natalie Skro. Natalie is a journalism major from Lincroft, New Jersey, who will give the response of the class of 2012.
Good afternoon, everyone. President Leahy, Dr. Thompson, members of the Platform Party, distinguished guest Stephen Schwarzman, parents, friends, faculty, staff, and graduates. It seems like yesterday we were sitting in these very same seats as eager freshmen, exhausted after a long and emotional day of moving in. It was the beginning of the next 4 years of our lives. As I listened to the speakers, I remember being addressed as the biggest class QU has ever seen. Well, that sure has changed. Now, as I look around at this campus and gape at the size of the new incoming classes, I realize that Quinnipiac has grown an incredible amount over the past 4 years, and we have all grown with it. As freshmen, we were a bundle of emotions. We were anxious, excited, and even scared to enter the world of college. For some of us, it was the first time we stepped out of our comfort zones, and whether we liked it or not, it was time for a new chapter in our lives. As all these emotions began to take over, I remember hearing the legend of the Bobcat for the first time. The legend said to strive for integrity, responsibility, and academic excellence, to respect and value all members of our community, to embrace the inclusion of all people, and to preserve Quinnipiac's traditions of pride and spirit. As a freshman, I had no idea what any of this meant. As I stand before you today, I ask you, How have you lived the legend? It's not an easy question to answer right away. After doing some thinking, I realized living the legend doesn't mean you have to do something drastic and over the top, or that you have to go out and save the world. It's about making the little things count. Over these past few years, we have lived the legend every day. As students at Quinnipiac, we live the legend as we walk down Dorm Road and smile to others passing by, as we cheered on our friends at the TD Bank Sports Center, as we lent a hand to those in need in the community, and as we pulled all-nighters in the library in order to get that extra edge. All of these things may seem insignificant, but they have the potential to leave a lasting impact. These little things tend to add up and shape who we are and who we will become. Quinnipiac has not only become our community, but more importantly, it has become our home, and we are all a family. That being said, because our time at Quinnipiac has come to an end, does not mean we should forget what it means to be a Bobcat. Over the past 4 years, we have watched the world through the lens of our Quinnipiac bubble. We've seen the triumphs, the disasters, and even the history-making moments from the comfort of our own residence rooms. We voted in a monumental president election, watched the devastation of natural disasters such as earthquakes in Haiti and Japan, struggled through the economic crisis, became experts in social networking and smartphones, said farewell to the world's most feared terrorist, and mourned the loss of the king of pop and Steve Jobs, the king of the iPhone. As we enter new chapters in our lives, we will no longer be observers of these world events. Instead, we will be the ones making history. Although we cannot predict our future, I believe that we have the power to shape it. I envision a world where Bobcats will be sitting in Congress, inventing new products, starting the next social media craze, discovering new medicines and treatments, leading the world's top companies, reporting on breaking news, and educating our children. As future leaders of our world, we must continue to live the legend on a larger scale. We must strive for excellence in every aspect of our lives, no matter how big or how small it may seem. And if we give 110%, our future will be bright and our impact will be immense. After today, we will go on to be teachers, journalists, businessmen, entrepreneurs, filmmakers, doctors, nurses, lawyers, and politicians. But at the core, we all have one thing in common. Inside every one of us beats the heart of a Bobcat, and that's something to be proud of. We are brave, strong, intelligent, creative, innovative, and unique. To my fellow Bobcats graduating today, go forth and achieve your dreams. And remember, the legend may begin here at Quinnipiac, but it does not end here. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2012.
Thank you, Natalie. Congratulations to all of you. Would you please stand for the benediction? Please remain standing after the benediction until the platform party and all graduates have recessed. Following that, you're invited to join us in greeting the new graduates at a reception under the tent. It is now my privilege to ask Rabbi Rena Judd to please come forward and deliver the benediction.
May the Lord bless you and guard you. May God's face turn upon yours and shine with enlightenment. In a few short moments, you will turn and walk into the next chapter of your life. May the wisdom you have hereby gained be a tool with which you enhance the world we share. May it be a more compassionate place, a healthier place, a more harmonious place for everyone. May goodness, mercy, and love surround you all the days of your life. May you walk towards peace. May you walk with peace. May God bless you with an absolutely wonderful life. Congratulations.